Hello, my name is Lee H. Tillman.
I'm Andrea Menchaca.
Thank you for listening to Anxiety Twins. We are married, we are stand-up comedians, and we have a podcast. And today, I guess this is mostly a movie episode.
Yeah, this is going to be all movies.
Because we don't have a whole lot of shows that we've done. Did you just do a show? I feel like something just happened. We just did Preach.
We just did Preach, but it was last minute. That's why it wasn't on the calendar. On my calendar.
Yeah. This calendar behind, if you're watching and not listening, there's a calendar.
There's a giant calendar behind us, and lucky you get to see when I've been camping.
Yeah, so we did the show was on Preach is on Thursday.
So last episode we had a guest on our podcast, our first guest ever, and then she happened to also be booked on the show that you were booked on. Mm-hmm. So after the show, we literally finished recording the podcast, ran to Preach, and then I guess Julia, our guest, asked if I could be on the show as well, which I was like, I was just here to eat food and sit down. But then I ended up taking Bullet and I opened the set and I had an amazing set. I mean, I was surprised because I never have a good set at Preach. Mm-hmm. And then I went Bullet. I was like, this is going to be a rough 8 minutes, but I'll just do it.
Yeah, it was fun. There were a lot, you never know what you're going to get when you do that show. I mean, I guess that's true of any show. Mm-hmm. But yeah, sometimes it can be a little weird. I've never had a straight up horrible set, but the last time that we did it together. And they did not like us. The other comics were they were doing sillier stuff.
Yeah.
People.
Well, the thing is when it's a smaller room, this is a pretty small room. Mm. If 1% of the crowd doesn't like you, it's already too much. That's a big percentage in this room.
Yeah, I was gonna say the show's on Thursday, but I got booked on Wednesday. They just Robbie Sherman contacted me on.
Shout out to Robbie Sherman.
Contacted me on Wednesday. It was like, hey, you want to do the show? Because I don't know. I guess he got super busy and he couldn't book.
He said that a bunch of people dropped out, and then on top of that, he didn't have a full lineup anyway, so that was down to 0.
So he contacted me to do the show. I did it. And then, we didn't know that Julie was on the show, but she just happened to be on the podcast at the same time. So we all went. And then everybody went up, did really well. And then I closed out the show. And I was kind of worried because I was like, well, what if I go? Everybody goes up, has a great set. And what if I go up and I'm doing a longer set than everyone else and they don't like it at all.
They're tired. It also... Was it a longer lineup than it usually is? Or did it just feel that way?
I don't know. I don't think it was a longer. I was just saying I was doing a longer amount of time.
Yeah, no, I know.
But I don't know.
But I just felt for me, I was tired.
Maybe.
But other people have the longer stamina.
You did a guest spot.
Yeah.
That I think was equal to everyone else's. Did you do less time?
I did 10. I don't know how much time other people did.
Everybody was doing 10.
Yeah.
I think everyone was...
I guess I didn't do a guest spot. I was just a drop-in.
Yeah.
But I went first because a bunch of people were late and we were the only ones there. Yeah. And you and Julia were already booked. So you were not going to take a Bullet. So I took Bullet.
Yeah. So he gave me the light at 10 and then he said, just keep going as long as you want to. So I don't know. I probably only did another 5. So I probably did 15 or something like that. Mm-hmm. But it went a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it was a good room.
I did some new stuff. I did some, not stuff that I've never done before, but some newer stuff. I think some of the stuff you hadn't even seen.
Yeah.
So I did some new stuff and
I can't remember what it is now though. What was the new one to me?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I could probably look at my notes and figure out which one it was.
I mean, I just remember that it made me laugh because I think the other day I was telling you about I went to a PFP and a lot of people were there to support other people. I was there to support one of our friends too. But I'm not gonna fake laugh. I'm never gonna fake laugh. If I know somebody, I'm there to support Erica Figueroa. Shout out to my twin. Who is really funny, but I've seen her set a ton of times, so I'm not gonna ha ha ha. I'm just I know it. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna fake laugh in support. And so I remember that you definitely had new stuff at Preach because it was something that made me laugh, which means that I'd never heard it before, out loud.
Yeah, I did the my sister JROTC the military stuff. Like I do military. I have jokes about my siblings being in the military. I never did the one about my sister, who technically was never in the military. She's in JROTC, which is
Oh yeah,
so
she was vaccinated.
yeah, that joke. And I feel like there was something else, but I think that's probably like the newest thing that you hadn't seen. And I do have one joke that I haven't done yet that I need to run through.
You're gonna start doing mics?
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing mics to get ready because I am filming an hour in a month. Almost exactly a month right now.
Yeah.
So I need to get back into doing open mics and, doing some shows and getting ready for that, tightening everything up. Yeah, so that's going to be a fun month to get all this done. It is weird because the last 2 months it's been kind of slow, but then this month I actually do have shows. Like
ramp up.
Yeah, as soon as like right before my show, my big show on the August 14th, I do have like a bunch of shows lined up right before that, so that'll be good. And then I'll just plug in some other shows and some guest spots or something like that, just to. Because I do have a couple of like brand new things, but I also need to just brush up on, the stuff that I already have. But yeah, the preach went pretty well. I don't think we have anything until we're doing Shady Pines this weekend. But,
yeah.
I think that was actually my first show of the month. Now that I think about it.
Pope House.
Yeah, the Pope House was the first show of the month that I've done.
Yeah, we should record some... Not a podcast, but some clips or some stuff of Shady Pines to share with people what it looks like. Because I have been online trying to figure out like the vibe and I can't find anything. And we're camping there. And it's a very small festival. I asked one of our friends who recommended me to book the lineup of comedians. And he was telling me it's like really small, like, because I was like, should I bring my bike? And he's like, I mean, you could get there in like 5 pedals. So it's not like necessary. So I don't know. I'm trying to like gauge the vibe of the event and try to catch some of the kiddie stuff because we're bringing the baby. Although she's like pretty grown, like she can just watch regular music, but it'd be interesting to see like what they have for kids. I want to take some clips of that and put together something to share to our many viewers that we have.
Yeah, exactly.
What it feels like to go to Shady Pines, because even Portland people who go to Pickathon, who go to a country fair, they're like, what's Shady Pines? They have no clue.
I think you were talking about our viewers, like the full podcast doesn't get a whole lot, but I mean, when we put up clips, people watch it and it gets likes and stuff like that. And sometimes it'll go crazy on Twitter. I mean, not Twitter, but TikTok.
Nothing goes crazy on Twitter anymore
because we're not on Twitter, but or X. But then I put it on TikTok and it it'll go crazy, and then on Instagram nothing, and then sometimes the opposite will happen, and sometimes we get views on YouTube, like a lot, and it's just like the clips get views, people see those, but so like and subscribe, please. Don't forget to do that if you're still listening.
They're like, and hang up. Hang up. What am I talking about?
Yeah, so that's the only shows. We have Porch Fest coming up, and then we have I have Comedy in the Park coming up. Dead Comic Society, which I've never done before. So
yeah, well, pause and talk about Porch Fest though. Because I just realized, I just also learned, same as Shady Pines, I just also learned about Porch Fest, which apparently has been going on for many years.
I feel like I've done it. I think it's just someone who has a house in Milwaukee.
But it's not just one location. People lend their several porches throughout the weekend. It's happening throughout several days in so many separate locations that it's hard to be like, this is Porch Fest. Like, it's just... spread out. So
when somebody says that they've been to it, they've probably been to one of the 20 events that they have.
Yeah, when you say you've been to Porch Fest and then you have a picture of you in someone's house, it's like, okay.
Yeah. So I guess we're just a part of one of the many celebrations going on for Porch Fest. Yeah,
and their website is terrible. Like, you have to scroll all the way down again to see the day and the time.
I feel like maybe it's more of a local thing. You just got to know. If you live there, you're like,
it's an if you know, you know situation.
Yeah, you just know.
Yeah. Well, the Adam Pasi, when he booked us, he told me like it's probably not going to be a ton of people, and he was like lowering my expectations. Like it's not like a festival. Don't get too excited, but we'll see you. And I was like, I'll do anything. Like you don't have to sell me on it.
Then after that, Dead Comic Society. Then I have the week after that. I have my
Comedy in the Park.
Well, before that.
Oh yeah, your 1 hour thing is first.
Yeah.
Are we calling it a special?
I'm not gonna call it special because I don't know if I'm gonna even post it. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I'm just recording it just so I can have it. And I don't know. I mean, I don't even know what a special is anymore. It's just a thing that I have and I'm recording. Maybe I'll put it up. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just use it to 4 clips. Who knows? I'm just doing it so I can have it. And it's just nice to have a show where you can do an hour of material and there are people that came to see you, as opposed to you constantly doing shows where you have to convince people that you're funny. They don't know who you are. They don't know what to expect. You have to go up there and you have to like kind of win them over, and you have 10 to 15 minutes to do it.
Were you inspired by my special?
Were you inspired by my special?
No, I mean like to record.
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I did it. I was inspired because that's what I did last time.
Okay. I think you were inspired by my special.
Why?
I think after my special, you were like, I should do this again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your thinking. As soon as I announced that I wanted to do it, you're like, oh, you're only doing it because I did it.
Yeah.
So when you did it, did you only do it because I did it?
I only did it because they gave me the money to do it.
But why did you ask to do it?
Well, I didn't think I was going to get it. But I don't know. That reminds me, I should look into grants again. See what else is there.
Yeah, I filled out, I put an application for a grant last year and I just got feedback on it, which is not something they always do, which is cool. I got feedback on it, like actual, like point by point, maybe you could do this better, or we want to know more information about this. So maybe when I apply for some stuff later on this year, I'll use that as a background and I'll be able to maybe get some money next year to do something.
What kind of project was it?
It was a special. I was going to record a bunch of like different Portland comics, like the bigger name Portland comics, have them come and record it and maybe put it up as a special, maybe have like some documentary stuff going on too, talking to each comic before the show and after the show, talking about Portland comedy and things like that. And just to have something to show that Portland does have great comics. They want to know more about me, for one. I don't think I said enough about myself, about my background, other than I was a comic. And I think they also just wanted to know more about the funding, how, like, specifically who is going to fund it, other than, if you get money for this, that may not be enough. There may only be enough for the recording. How are you going to pay the comics? How are you going to pay for, if there's catering or distribution, or, exactly where each money is coming from. Or if I have people that are going to do the sound and the lighting, like I did put up I did give them information about who's doing the sound and lighting and all that other stuff, but I guess they wanted more. So, just more specifics and stuff.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, until you have the money and you know how much, then you can decide how.
Yeah, that's the reason
how much
why
you can spend on such things.
Yeah, that's the reason why I couldn't be like, I already have this person signed up to do, because I don't.
Right, and, you're not gonna ask them to do it for no money unless you get it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be like, hey, tentatively, can you block off this time just in case I get money for this thing?
Yeah,
it just seems like a weird way to go about it, but. I don't know. Maybe I feel like other people that are maybe more established that have done it before, maybe they have more connections and they can, I don't know. But, I'll see if I can figure something out. I know plenty of people that have written grants and have gotten money. So I'll see if I can do a little more than I did this year.
You want to talk about movies?
The last movie that we watched since the last movie that we talked about, which was Toy Story 5. So the next movie would be Dick. And what made you want to watch Dick?
A clip on social media.
And what was it? Was it one of the scenes of the movie?
I don't remember. I think it was just like, yeah, like Kristen, what's her name?
Dunst?
Doing the part where she is trying to figure out how to type, and she's like, I'm having so much fun already. She's like,
So that's literally the first scene. That's literally the first scene of the movie.
it's my favorite part though. She's like, where's the S? Oh, it was right next to the T. So fun. Having so much fun. She's just like that the whole time.
So Dick is a movie. It's kind of a reimagining of Watergate if Deep Throat had been two teenage girls. I didn't. You talk about it.
You didn't like it. You're like, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I mean, it was fun.
Yeah.
I was having so much fun. I just enjoy their performance as like two dumb girls and like all the stuff that they don't notice. And then also, what's the name of the guy that plays the reporter that's like always about to beat up the other reporter?
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell's performance was really good.
Yeah, I think their two performances were the best.
Yeah, that's just hilarious. Like there's like always. I mean, Will Ferrell has played that character many times over time, but it's still really funny.
Yeah.
He's just like, stop. It's like a 2-year-old, but it's a giant man.
There were a lot of, I'm not sure what the connection was, but there were a lot of sketch performers in the movie. There were a lot of people from SNL and a lot of people from Kids in the Hall. Kids in the Hall, if you don't know, is
the other reporter was from Kids in the Hall, right?
Yeah. There was, but throughout the movie, there was
but the other reporter was the only one that I recognized.
Yeah, he's from Kids in the Hall. It's basically like a Canadian sketch comedy show started in the 90s. It was, every sketch show is a rival of SNL, I guess. But yeah, it definitely was one of the rivals. It wasn't a show that I watched a whole lot. I was more of a fan of The State, which was the American. Some people say the American version of Kids in the Hall. Still trying to think of how I want to say what I want to say about the movie. If you know the story of Watergate, practically everything that happened was real, with the exception of like it obviously wasn't little girls, but like everything that they're saying, all the people are real people. Like the two reporters are real people. Everyone in his cabinet, they're real people. They had Harry Kissinger. Like those are all like real people. And I thought that it was funny how when they first meet Harry Kissinger, he's pretty famous for being a war criminal, depending on, who you ask, I guess. And the whole movie, he's like explaining why he's not. Even he's explaining to these girls, like he's always on the defense. Yeah. So they
didn't even ask. No one asked.
I guess the problem was that it didn't make me laugh. It was a smart movie masking itself as a dumb movie. It's actually like really smart in the way it's written and what it's about. And if you know the history of Watergate, you'll get like a lot more out of it. My problem was it just didn't make me laugh. Like it just wasn't funny. Like I was like, oh, I get that reference and I get what they're doing right here. But there was very few times where I was actually thought what they were doing was funny. She's recording herself talking about how much she loves Nixon. And she's talking exactly for 8 minutes and 44 seconds or something like that. And if you know the history of Watergate, you know that we got those recordings, but there is 8 minutes and 44 seconds that are cut out. So if you that, like when she says you were talking, like Kristen Dunst leaves and she comes back, she said, you were talking for 8 minutes and 44 seconds. If you know history, like, you know that, oh, he cut out 8 minutes. Like, so we still don't know what he said during that time. Yeah. So it's funny to think like, yeah, it was a little girl professing her love to him. And that's why it was cut out.
That's what it was.
So it was stuff like that. That was like, yeah, I get that reference. And also this was 99, which I think people were a little more, they were closer to Watergate. So they were like, maybe it was like their parents' generation. If you were like a kid or something, like if you were a teenager or in your 20s. your parents like knew exactly what this was. So you were like only one generation removed. Watching it now, I don't think anyone like in their 20s now would it would kind of go, a lot of it, I feel like it would go over their head because this is, a few generations past, so they don't really get a whole lot. But I think this movie didn't do very well when it came out because this is around the time of like American Pie. So I don't think like people were going to go see it and they were like, I don't get what this is. So it didn't do very well. But I think going back and rewatching, I get why it's kind of like, I think it's kind of got a resurgence, like a cult classic, because it is a very smart movie. But unfortunately, it just didn't make me laugh. So that's why I don't love it.
Crazy cast.
Yeah, the cast is crazy.
Ryan Reynolds as a dumb kid. It's hilarious.
Yeah, he does very well.
And I don't really like him particularly, but
Well, he wasn't doing the Ryan Reynolds thing.
At the time. He was just
he wasn't doing like the sarcastic thing that he's famous for.
Dumb kid.
So that's probably why you liked it. Because he wasn't doing Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. He was acting. Being someone else.
Anything else about Dick? You enjoyed it?
When we watched it, you said that it felt like the entire thing was built around her saying, I love Dick.
Mm-hmm. There were so many jokes about Dick. Like, they just thought that I was going to be hilarious. Like, this is going to be the catch. This is going to get
the runchiest part is right here.
Yeah, where there were just so many, because his name is Dick. And there's so many times where she says, I love Dick, or you can't live your life around Dick, or you suck, Dick. You suck, comma, Dick. Is that a lot? And I was like, all right.
Yeah, it was funny the first time. And I was like, okay, guys, stop.
Yeah.
And then at the end, they're just randomly roller skating in the Oval Office, which I was like, is this? I mean, the letter said that they opened their own roller skating ring. So that was supposed to be like modeled after the Oval Office. It wasn't actually the Oval Office.
I don't know.
But then why was there all the furniture in there?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was just a meta commentary.
Just some silly roller skating.
I think it was just something silly to watch at the end. I don't think that was...
Also, with our current president, the entire time, whenever they leave teenagers along with the president, I'm like, no, careful. Someone maybe crack that door open. But it was a different time when the biggest crime was actually political. Nothing else.
Yeah, it is crazy to think about. I mean, we're still talking about like how Watergate was so innocent compared to all the things that are going on right now.
Yeah, you're like, they shredded some papers. That's crazy.
Yeah. Now, if that happened, we would just be like, yeah, I guess that's just what politicians do, and we will move on. But the fact that the country saw that and they said, this person shouldn't be president anymore. And the president said, you know what? I shouldn't be president anymore. And then he stepped down and he left. And as many things as I disagree with Richard Nixon about, and I think he was a terrible person.
You shut your mouth.
At the very least, he did see that, you know what, maybe I should get out of here. And he left. And that's probably the only thing I respect about him.
Not being liked was still like somewhat embarrassing.
Like now, people would just double down.
Now they'd just be like, no, they do like me. Are literally telling you that we don't.
So this movie made me want to watch All the President's Men, which is a movie like this movie. Dick parodied All the President's Men like a lot. The first scene where they're typing, that's the first scene of All the President's Men. I watched All the President's Men, which is a movie I thought I had seen before, but I guess I hadn't, because I watched it and it's pretty boring.
Yeah.
It's pretty boring.
I walked by when you were watching it. I thought it was a documentary. I didn't even watch the whole thing. I was like, yawn.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was because they were talking about something about Watergate. And I was like, oh, Lee's brushing up on his Watergate.
It came out like a few years after. I think it came out in 1977 or something like that. So it's not far after, Watergate. So
it's like when they did after the Titanic, they did that Night to Remember.
Yeah.
Too soon.
I get like why it was a big movie and everyone does a good job in it, but it is literally just them chasing down they have like one piece of evidence or one little information, and they figure something else out. And they figure something else out, and like, yeah, that is a very difficult job.
It's
and no one had ever
impressive,
seen
but
it.
not
It's impressive,
entertaining.
but not for like 2.5 hours. Like, it's like, all right, we get it. So
Especially because you know how it ends, and you're just like yada yada yada. You figure it out.
and then at the end of the movie, you don't even see like anything happen with the president. They just kind of
Oh, they don't tell
got
you
him.
that. Yeah,
then, yeah. It's one of those movies where they say what happened at the
in
end.
letters.
Of it. At the end, you know.
Well, they did that in this one too, but only about the girls.
Yeah. I think I may have liked Dick better than All the President's Men.
Wow, you just don't like Watergate,
Yeah.
I think.
Well, why would I like Watergate?
Because you're a patriot?
That's like enjoying Kennedy's assassination. Like, what kind of person does that?
I mean,
it's
it's
disgusting.
interesting.
I'm a real patriot.
It's so confusing. No.
Was there anything else you'd like to say about Dick?
You didn't!
Did you love it?
I love Dick. You're going to use this, aren't you? You son of a bitch. It's going to be a clip.
So how many stars you giving Dick?
5.
It was a perfect movie? Okay. I give it 3.
Oh, okay.
Because in the end, like, it was a very smart movie. I could see that they really were going note for note, like what was actually happening. So it was interesting to see them do that. But at the end, it was a comedy that didn't make me laugh. So, you know, what are you going to do?
Very rude. Next, we watched
Idiocracy.
Because I've been meaning to watch it every time. I'm like, I think I told you a couple of times, like, where's the movie where the Crocs came from? Which I have been passionately avoiding wearing Crocs a lot. Like, it's hard to do in this country. Everybody's wearing Crocs all the time.
And our baby has Crocs.
I was avoiding getting her Crocs as well, but then she needed like indoor shoes. But then school ended, so now they're her outdoor shoes also. So Crocs are in our lives now. But then we finally decided to sit down and watch the movie where Crocs came from.
And that's all you knew about the movie?
Yeah. I thought it was older than it was. When I saw Maya Rudolph, I was like, oh, not that old.
Yeah, Idiocracy, it is brought up all the time when we talk about our current president. I don't know why we're on a political kick for the past 2. Actually, the movie that I watched by myself before we watched Dick, I watched Lincoln. So I'm on like a really, maybe it's the 250. Maybe it's just 250 just got, you know, we're watching.
I would also like to point out that we watch Dick and Idiocracy on Tubi. The platform that you're constantly making fun of because you say that everything on there is trash.
And what did I say about Dick? Did I enjoy Dick?
That it was amazing, and
Did
you were
I
so
enjoy that
happy
movie?
to have the opportunity to watch it, especially with me. That's what I heard. Anyway.
Oh, okay, yeah. What were you saying?
Idiocracy.
But what about it? I thought I was saying something. Because it was 250. We were watching a bunch of political stuff. Like, I watched Lincoln, Dick, All the President's Men, and Idiocracy, which is all. Idiocracy is less political, but like a lot of political stuff. Maybe it was a 250. I don't know. But Idiocracy gets brought up a lot when we talk about a current president, because we're constantly like, can you believe that we're actually doing this? And then, you know, you see like we're on our way to what Idiocracy is. What did you think of Idiocracy?
I liked it. It was a little gross at times. I can't handle gross stuff. And also, like, I don't know, the whole time in my mind, the only thing that I couldn't let go of was like, how did the caskets get from the bottom of the bottom of the bottom onto the avalanche of trash? Like, I needed a better explanation to how that happened because it didn't feel realistic. But it was funny, like, I guess not gross, but just like when everybody's so stupid all the time, you just like get really tired. It's like, oh my God, stop being so dumb. Where do they cast all these people that have like the resting open mouths? Like, what is it?
So you didn't enjoy the entire premise of the movie?
I was just bothered by the explanation of how that happened. I think I just couldn't let go of that, but it was a good movie. I mean,
Yeah, I've seen
They
it.
should, especially when like the guy that started the program gets arrested, and so that's why they don't check on them for 500 years. It would have made more sense in my mind that they were always meaning to wait this long, but they didn't tell them because nobody would sign up for that or something. Like I don't know, like one person gets fired and the whole department. I don't know, like.
Well, he's the only person that was doing it. He was the.
No, he had a meeting with a bunch of people and he told them.
Yeah, he told them, but he's the leader of the thing.
Yeah.
So he's the only one that's actually doing.
But when somebody gets fired, somebody takes over that stuff, right? Like they passed on their work to someone else.
There was no one under
That
him.
doesn't make any sense,
Who did he work with?
Where's this?
Did you see anyone else?
This entire facility just gets torn down without checking what's in there?
It's the U.S. government.
Right. I just have too much faith in the government? Is that what's happening?
You have too much faith in the government. I don't know why you would look for a logical explanation for the caskets.
Because this is all before the Idiocracy starts. This is all supposedly in the current normal political administration of whoever, I don't know, they say who the president is at the time. Do they?
I mean, it's 2006, so it's George Bush. But, I mean, I assume it takes place at the time. I don't think it was like in the future or past or anything, so...
so just whoever's president.
Yeah, so I assume it's George Bush, which famously had a terrible cabinet, and his he wasted a lot of money on war. So I mean, it's not crazy to think that his military would waste money on something like this.
Also, the reason why the guy that had the that was doing the program got arrested was because he decided to start he started to start pimping with the guy that he met trying to get Maya Rudolph to join the program, which also doesn't make any sense because like you could have just gotten anybody else. He was like, we had to put all this work into gaining the trust of this pimp, and then he has all these pictures that are clearly there just because it's funny. But like, just pick someone else. Like, it wasn't that.
Why would he pick? He fell in love with the upgrade.
He fell in love with upgrade.
Yeah, he fell in love with the lifestyle. Because he's a pimp. Like that. That's the whole. That's what a pimp does. You talk to a pimp, and then after a while, you're like, you know what? That makes sense. I will go sell my body.
It worked.
Yeah. So he's an incredibly good pimp. So he ended up having to get this other guy. I don't know why you're having so many problems with the plot before.
I have a lot of problems
in this movie.
Everything before everybody is stupid, I have a problem with. Once they're stupid, I'm like, I'm with you.
Maybe I only watched it like once, maybe twice. So this is possibly the third time I've seen it, but it's been a very long time since I've seen it. So going back to it, I was like, yeah, I didn't love it. I thought it was good, but I feel like Mike Judge has made better things. But I think like the reason why this still sticks in our consciousness is because of the political climate, and we're constantly feeling like, we're constantly getting dumber. So it's always something that people will every year point back to. I mean, there actually was a scene where the reflecting pool was green in Idiocracy. At the White House this year for 250, we had
a wrestling match.
Yeah.
Which they do in the movie because the president is a wrestler.
is a former wrestler. Yeah.
And Trump would be a wrestler if he could.
Yeah, if he was younger, yeah, he totally
No, would. I mean, I don't think he ever was physically fit.
He would have tried to.
Even when he was younger, he was like soft and squishy. But
he had to have at some time been like one of the people that went to like one of the wrestling matches. I feel like he had to be.
Like physically tried to get on the mat?
No, not wrestling, but just there.
Yeah.
Or just because they always have like guests.
Yeah.
And Trump is famous for being on every TV show and every movie that's ever existed for the past 40 years. So there has to be at some point he had to be like at something, being a heel or announcing a match or something. There has to be something. So
yeah,
I'm sure
I feel like sometimes you forget just how old Trump is whenever they pull out an old something is like, he was also doing this back in the day. You're like, oh shit, it's been around forever.
Yeah. Americans have known Donald Trump for the past 40 years. Like he's just been around.
Very publicly.
He's just one of those guys.
Another thing that bothers me, they have these, when the casket, I guess, like breaks through the window of the lawyer, and like later on he needs clothes and he gets this like piece of clothing from the wall, like the toilet cover dispenser. He's like, the top is shirts and the bottom is bottoms, I guess. He like grabs the shirt and puts it on. That kind of tells me that clothing is disposable.
Okay.
And then later on, she's like folding her disposable clothes and putting them in a luggage. And I'm like, where are you going with this trash clothes? Because nobody's doing laundry because they don't have, because they don't use water.
Yeah. So you have to wash out everything.
What, are you going to wash her in the toilet?
Hey, you know why they use the Gatorade, right?
No.
Has electrolytes.
I thought you were going to give me a real answer. But it's what the plants crave.
Yeah. But why do the plants crave it?
Because it has electrolytes. Oh, I know.
Yeah. But she's falling in because she's from the past and she's used to that.
She just keeps her clothes and has a bag for some reason. Like there's just like a scene that I'm just like, none of this makes sense. Where are you going? First of all,
I mean, there's a million questions you can ask. Like, where was she the whole time?
Yeah,
was she living somewhere?
She was just hoeing within that 4-block radius so that she wouldn't get lost. Because then he came and found her in that same area.
But it doesn't seem like she was doing that because there was the one guy that was constantly, saying that he was going to, and he was like, wait. So it didn't like she was getting money. So maybe she was doing that with everyone.
Well, she was like doing it, but the narrator says like, it's a lot easier to do when people are so dumb. Like she can just, and also like, why is this guy handing her cash when they use their strippy thing for money?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, there's so I don't know why you're worried about the plot of
He's unscannable. She's unscannable too. Nobody seemed to be that worried about it. She was just underground.
Who knows? Maybe
cash.
Maybe she already did.
Maybe that cash was just like paper, like Monopoly money, and she had no idea because she was new in town. New in the 500 years later.
I feel like I have seen. You're talking about like everyone's wearing Crocs, but those shirts that everyone's wearing. I feel like I have seen those shirts.
Yeah.
That have like a million prints. Or like I don't know what it is exactly.
Well, it's all like logos, right? They're like
it's just a bunch of logos on
bunch of brands.
And I feel like I've seen them.
Yeah.
Not as much as I've seen Crocs. Crocs are everywhere. But
Crocs are prevalent. How do you feel about Crocs?
I don't have a whole lot of feelings about them. I don't think I would ever wear them. Converse is not a comfortable shoe at all.
Yeah.
But people still wear them because they're just there. Like they're big enough. They're too big to fail. They're a big company to a point where people just wear them just because they're cheap shoes and they kind of go with everything and everyone like kind of accepts that Converse is a thing.
They look good.
So let's go with Converse. And I don't know. I think Crocs are one of those things. They're on a different side of the scale. Mm-hmm. Converse don't look as ridiculous, but it's the same idea. It's just like
right. But I'm not saying they look good. I'm saying we've all just agreed that they look good.
We've all just agreed that Crocs are a thing, and we're not getting rid of them. So here they are. They're like herpes.
Oh, okay. Crocs are like herpes. You heard it here first.
Crocs are like herpes.
I keep forgetting where to look. The camera's over there.
Yeah.
Hi. What's really crazy about the plot of the movie that all the stupid people have more babies than the smart people. Like I like the beginning when they're interviewing the smart people and they're just like, there's always a good reason to not have a baby. Like if you really think about it, and the dumb people are just like, whoops, it happened again. But now there's like, and not now, this is like something that has been existing for a while. There's a group called the pronatalist, which are like smart people or people who think they're smart. I don't know, like technically their IQs are high. That's what they're leaning on, are trying to have as many kids as possible so that this doesn't happen, that the future is all dumb people. And what's really funny about that is that they're smart, but they're technically trying to prevent a 90-minute movie from becoming the reality that we live in.
They're just white supremacists with high IQs.
Elon Musk is also like in this camp of like, we smart people need to have more kids.
And he does.
And it's like
have a lot of kids.
Okay, smart how though? Like,
how many stars you giving Idiocracy?
I give it 5 stars. I'm feeling very generous today.
5 stars?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're just feeling very short. And what's weird is that I had way more problems with it than you did.
It's an interesting idea, and the reason why it's still in the zeitgeist is because it is.
I guess that's what I like about both those
Like,
movies,
it's
Dick and Idiocracy. Is just I like how they have survived the test of time, and they were
Dick
like,
doesn't.
huh?
I don't think.
I mean, they're on Tubi.
Idiocracy is always being talked about. I imagine there's not a lot of people that have seen it.
Yeah, but it's not like
as opposed to Idiocracy.
Some movies who are just like disappeared into nothingness.
Yeah.
And they're both like interesting idea experiments.
Yeah, I think that's what I like about Dig too, is that it's an interesting idea. It is a funny idea.
It's a thought experiment. Yeah. Just like what would happen if like Deep Throat was like a girl giggling, being like, Deep Throat. It's a movie. It's a porn movie. Not supposed to say that. If they had known the Crocs were going to become a thing, they would have done more of a deal about it.
Yeah, they would have made more of a big deal. So 3 stars.
I think the only time that I see Crocs is like when the doctor is trying to diagnose him and he put his feet up on his feet. He puts his feet up on the desk, and that's the only time that you see the shoe.
Yeah, it's more like the prisoners. When he's in jail, all the prisoners are wearing it.
In orange.
I don't think so.
Well,
I mean, maybe.
I don't remember.
I think they're all wearing gray. So it's all gray Crocs. But I thought did you think that? I think you thought the Crocs were going to be like a big deal in the movie.
Yeah, I was expecting more Croc.
Shout out Deborah McGuire. She gave us Crocs.
Well, she didn't, but she bought a lot of Crocs in bulk for cheap. Yeah. And I hope she gets something from Crocs.
She should.
To this day, she should get
they owe her
a small percentage of Croc income because it is on fire. Which is dangerous because Crocs are plastic.
So after that movie is written and directed, I believe, by Mike Judge. And I was talking about like all the other things that Mike Judge had done, Beavis and Butthead, King of the Hill. He did Silicon Valley, and he did Idiocracy. And I brought up Office Space, and you had never seen Office Space. So I was like, hey, let's watch that. And what did you think about Office Space?
The first thing I thought was like, oh, this is like Severance, but without the sci-fi.
I thought you were going to say it's like Clock Watchers.
No, because one of the first things that he says is like when he has what's the guy called that is gonna...
The hypnotist?
The hypnotist. This is like...
Occupational hypnotist?
Occupational hypnotist, which I don't know what that means. Like, does that mean that his occupation is being a hypnotist, or is he going to occupy you? I don't know.
He's going to hypnotize you into having the job that you want.
That doesn't make sense. Neither one of my options were that.
He's going to help you with your job.
You have to pick one of my options. He tells... So, like, Peter, the main character, tells the occupational hypnotist, is there a way for me to not be there when I'm at work? And I was like, oh, this is Severance. And then it kind of works out in a different way because he just ends up not giving a shit about anything, which is the commentary of like how office culture will eat you alive unless you manage not to care.
Yeah.
So it goes in a different direction, but I feel like that's where Severance was inspired from.
I think that's a bit of a stretch.
I think
it's way more more like
I think you're a bit of a stretch, but I never say anything.
I think it's office, like how awful it is to work in an office. I think that's a lot like Clock Watchers.
No, I think it's totally different.
Okay. All right.
The only thing I've ever seen about this movie was an Instagram clip where she's sitting across from him at the restaurant, and he's like, I don't like my job. I don't think I'm going to go anymore. So from that clip, I didn't know that they were not a couple. I thought that they were already together because that's she just sits down for lunch and he's like, I don't like my job. Like, she's like, hi, what's your name? Like they were on a first date basically. What do you think?
About the whole movie? I really liked it.
Yeah.
I've seen it a couple of times. It still holds up. I think it's still pretty funny. I think the one character, Michael Bolton's character, is incredibly homophobic. He never says anything to a gay person, but almost everything that he says is about, oh, this person is a fudgebacker, or this person is a cocksucker. Every insult is homophobic. But aside from that, I think it holds up
Well, and
pretty
it
well.
starts out by him being racist when he's like singing along to rap and then locks his door when an actual black person walks by. He's like, yikes.
But Mike Judge always said, I mean, that's what he did in Idiocracy when he had the guy become a pimp. He just thinks that's funny.
Yeah.
And also, like in the movie, you know, these white guys, they're working in an office, but it's all hip hop. And like not just hip hop, like hardcore gangster hip hop throughout the whole movie, which is, I was telling you before, most of that is Ghetto Boys and Scarface. Scarface is the person who plays Upgrade in Idiocracy. So, and they're all from Houston too. And
I just remember the newspaper when Upgrade gets put in jail. He got wait, what was it with 2Ds?
To jail? 2Ds. Well, it was, I don't remember what it said.
He got persecuted with 2Ds or something like like everybody.
Oh, no, he got a double dose of
of incarceration. As if the general public knows that he says that Upgrade with 2Ds because he's a double dose.
Double dose of that pimping. You got a double dose of incarceration.
Nobody gets this reference except for us, like the movie viewers. They're just put on the newspaper. Based on the time when the movie was filmed, I thought he was gonna say the whole thing, but he lowers the volume right before the N word. He's like straight to hide.
In Idiocracy, the guy says it.
Which one? The judge.
It
was the judge. No,
it's the scientist. When they're getting into the pods, he walks in. He says, "All right, my niggas."
Yeah.
But it's the back of his head, so you never actually see him say it. So maybe it's him. Maybe I don't know. But like, so he does it there.
That's what it was. I don't know. I picture like the judge going through, but it was and because he had been spending a lot of time with Upgrade.
Yeah, spent a lot of time with Upgrade. I mean,
that's what happens. He absorbed it. But we keep going back to Idiocracy. We weren't even talking about that anymore.
Office Space. Yeah, I mean, I still think it holds up.
Was that actual 2 hours?
I don't think it was 2 hours. I think it's 90 minutes. I don't think it's.
Maybe all movies need to be 90 minutes.
Yeah, 90 minutes. I feel like, I mean, in my opinion, yes, every movie should be 90 minutes. Or at least strive for 90 minutes. I feel like there should be a fine if a movie is over 90 minutes.
Yeah, they need to start working.
You have to add another $1,000 to your budget if you can't cut the movie down to 90
Figure out how to go back.
Because most movies would be better if there were less of them.
Yeah, also like, well, I keep going back to the Titanic because I know too much about the Titanic now. But like for the budget that, I guess because they didn't know at the time that it was going to do well. But like if you have 3 hours worth of footage, make 2 movies. What about the sequel? Leave people in suspense.
Titanic Part 2.
We still sinking. Even colder.
I mean, they're doing it with Dune. Dune has rolled out 3 movies.
So but each one is 2 hours long, though.
Yeah.
Which is like, that's what I'm saying. Don't do that.
Yeah. The movie is based on Mike Judge's like first iterations into any type of entertainment, because I believe he worked in Silicon Valley. Like he was like a programmer or something. And while he was doing that, he was drawing cartoons. And one of the cartoons that he did was Milton, which is the guy that the weird guy, you know, with the big glasses. The reason why he looks so cartoonish is because he was a cartoon.
Yeah. And the actor to portray Milton is basically wearing magnifying glasses in front of his eyes, which seems really dangerous and like it was going to make him fall.
I mean, don't they make glasses like that? Like the prank or like
I don't know.
You can go to like
they were huge, and then he just mumbles a lot.
Yeah,
he's like, I could burn this whole place.
So that's the reason why he looks so cartoonish, because it's based on a cartoon that he used to draw, which I believe was on MTV. Like MTV used to have interstitial cartoons in between, like music videos or just commercials for MTV. They would just have it. So he would do a bunch of those and send them to MTV, and they put him on. So that's kind of how he became who he was. And then he made Beavis and Butthead, which also went on MTV. So he got that, and then his career just kind of went off from there. So I used to work at a Office Depot, and everyone of a certain age would come up to me and ask if we had a red swing line stapler.
Oh, because that was a big deal.
So funny. But fun fact, they don't actually make one. There's not a red swing line stapler.
Oh, so they wanted it because of the movie?
Yeah, they would come up and ask me, "Oh, do you have a?"
Yeah, you're picking up the wrong message from this movie. Instead of being like, I should quit my job, they're like, I need to get that stapler.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they make them now, but at the time, they didn't. And if you do find them, they're probably like cost more, or they're hard to find, or something like that. Maybe they made them like for the.
Maybe they're like they don't actually staple, but they're like for looks.
Yeah.
They make a lot of red staplers, but not exactly like
they don't make the exact same one like that.
They're not as pretty.
Yeah. How many stars you give an Office Space?
10.
I give it 5.
Okay. I mean,
I always got to give it close to half of what you give it. So
you do you.
I'm gonna re-rate my other movies to 2.5.
Yeah.
So that'll be half of whatever you give. Yeah.
Poor Dick.
What do you really give Office Space?
5.
5?
Yeah.
Okay. You just loving movies. You just love movies.
I'm just loving life right now. Finger guns.
Just loving everything.
Next episode, we're going to have Erica Figueroa join the podcast and talk to us about her life as a less cool me.
So until then, my name is Leah Shulman.
I'm Andrea Menchaca.
Thank you for listening to Anxiety Twins. We will see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.